Morning, YouTube. This is part one of the demolition videos. It's going to be a lot of them probably. It's a good chunk of work to do here. Got to tear all these walls down to studs essentially. There's going to be a lot of rafters that we've got to replace in the roof. This house had burnt a few years back. It was struck by lightning is what we were told. But it really only burnt mainly in the kitchen. That's pretty much the worst area. We're going to remodel the whole thing, obviously. Tear it all down to studs and redo the entire thing. But I'll take you around and show you what it looks like. Okay, so in here in front of me is the kitchen area of this house where it had burned at. As you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. The roof is what took the biggest hit of everything up there. Really surprisingly, this being as far out in the country as it is, the fire department got here really quick and was able to extinguish it before it got too bad. That is very surprising. Usually out here in the country like this, whenever something like this happens, it's usually a total loss. Burns to the ground normally. Now obviously this, home having a brick exterior, some of that might still stand if it did burn, but you get the point. Usually it burns to nothing, So they got here at a pretty good time. So our plans here, we are going to demo everything all the way down to studs like I talked about just a little bit ago. Tear all these walls down to studs, tear the ceiling out, everything involved with it, and we're going to rebuild it. So it ought to be an interesting process. It's going to take a while. I don't have, every weekend to work on it and whatnot. I work out of state, so right now actually I'm on vacation. I took a couple of weeks vacation to come home and work on this. So it's not going to be an overnight process. But let's get started on it. See what we can get done. Well, it's the next day, and as you can tell, got quite a bit done yesterday. So battery in the camera died, I kind of thought, well, you guys probably aren't too interested in watching me just tear down a bunch of drywall, to be honest with you. So I just figured I'd turn the camera off and just get after it. So today, got a little bit left up here. What would be the dining room area. We got the walls tore out. Still got to do the ceiling. In this next room, we still got to do the ceiling as well. Can walk on back here and take a look. We got to do the bathroom, which is off over here. And then this room here was already done whenever we showed up. We got to knock this wall out, which is actually in the kitchen. Once we do that, that's all there is left, other than, you know, the mountain of cleanup that there is. However, was going to order a roll-off, but my thought process here is actually that I will hold off on ordering the roll-off for now, because here in a few months, honestly, probably it's going to be a while. Whenever we get to town next, we will tear the roof off and get ready to replace the roof and get all that taken care of. Well, I'm going to have somewhere to go with all them shingles and whatnot. So I'll probably just wait, order a roll-off one time, because, you know, it's about $500 to order a roll-off. So if I just wait, I'll order a roll-off one time. We'll throw all the shingles and all that other debris in there, and then all this junk that you see behind me on the floor, you can see all the drywall, paneling, and everything that came off. We'll just throw all that in the same roll-off and be done with it. Just do it once and be done. So anyway, all that ought to fit in that roll-off pretty easily, I would think. A 30-yard roll-off. So anyway, I'm going to get back to this. I'm probably not going to record a whole lot. I'll show you the finished product, though. I don't really think that it's all that interesting watching somebody climb around and knock stuff out. You guys have already saw a little bit of it. You get the point. Most of you have probably done some sort of demo yourself, or if not, just watching what I showed earlier is probably sufficient. So I'll get back with you guys whenever it's all done, and we'll show you the finished product, minus all the dirt. Obviously, we're just going to leave that for now. But anyway, be back in a minute. Couldn't take it any longer. I went ahead and ordered a roll-off. This place is just, there's just so much clutter everywhere you can't even think straight, and there's nails everywhere, and it's just an accident waiting to happen. So thought it's probably best just go ahead, bite the bullet, order a roll-off, throw all this junk in there, and we'll just have to order another one when that time comes. So no harm, no foul. Well, all right. We're finally done with the demo process. I'd say we got our money's worth out of this dumpster. So I was going to wait and get this dumpster later on when we did the roof. And I'm glad that we didn't, because we would have ended up having to order 2 dumpsters anyway. So it's good to just get it done and over with now. And then when it's time to do the roof, we can just do the roof, not have to worry about it. All right, everybody. As you can see behind me, the house is pretty well gutted at this point in time. There are a few things left to do, but for the most part, it's already done. The dumpster is slap full. I really can't put much more in there. Any demo that is left to do at this point in time, we will wait and do whenever we do the roof. The roof, it's going to be a little while yet, probably a few months, sometime next year. I don't know when exactly, but I'll save up some vacation time and take off, and we'll come home and we're going to tear the roof off. This whole section back here, we're going to tear the whole thing off, put new rafters, the whole 9 yards, just rebuild the whole thing. And anyway, so this here will be the last house video for a while. Just glad we finally got it done. That was a lot of work. If it wasn't for the neighbor coming over and helping, man, I don't know. I have a lot of work left to do. He was a major help. I really hope that all of you guys have got good neighbors like him. He came over and introduced himself and then just jumped in and started helping. I didn't ask him for help. He didn't ask for anything in return. And in fact, he's came over and pushed some of my brush piles up for me and bush hogged a little bit even when I wasn't here. So I really hope that you guys have got good neighbors that'll help you out as well, and I sure am thankful that I do. So anyway, well, y'all take care. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video. I know it was a little lengthy and probably a little boring, but anyway, that's the demo process. We'll see y'all in the next one.